You're going to be 47 someday.
Oh, I hope so.
You are now, as a matter of fact. But you will. Does that bother you to think that someday you'll grow old?
No, but I'm wondering what I'll do. I don't think I'll get character parts, do you?
She played the dumb blonde on TV, but behind Carol Wayne's sunny smile and hourglass figure was a life filled with broken dreams, backstage whispers, and an ending so sudden and suspicious, it still raises eyebrows today. Most people remember her as the Matinee Lady, tossing out double entendres on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. But what really happened to Carol Wayne? Let's unravel the devastating truth. Carol Wayne was born in Chicago in 1942. By age 15, she and her sister Nina were skating stars, performing in a 42-city tour with the Ice Capades. But fame came at a cost. The sisters had to drop out of high school, and their grueling schedule meant childhood was something they watched pass by from the side of a rink. Then, during a performance, Carol slipped, possibly on a penny thrown onto the ice, and the fall left a 5-inch scar on her knee. Her skating dreams ended as abruptly as they began. Without a diploma and with no plan B, Carol did the only thing she knew: perform. She and Nina reinvented themselves as showgirls in Las Vegas, strutting their stuff at the Tropicana. It was glamorous on the outside, but their mother's disapproval stung. Once, eyeing their skimpy outfits, she quipped, "Could you ask them for a couple more feathers?" A fateful party in Los Angeles would change everything. A man approached Carol and said, "We're looking for a girl just like you." That led to a screen test, and she nailed it. Reflecting later, she joked, "And I've gotten all my parts ever since then," with a glance down at her figure. In 1965, Carol married Loretto Larry Serra, but the honeymoon barely lasted. They split just 2 years later. "Skating taught me to be limber," she said, "but that marriage really taught me how to be flexible." Around the same time, her acting career caught fire. With guest spots on shows like The Man from UNCLE and I Dream of Jeannie, she played sultry characters with names like Ginger LeVere and Bootsy Nightingale. But her big break came in 1967, when she joined Johnny Carson's The Tonight Show. As the Matinee Lady in Art Fern's Tea Time movie sketch, Carol lit up the screen with innocent double entendres and a ditzy charm that audiences loved. She made over 100 appearances on the show. Rumors swirled about a possible romance with Carson. Carol didn't deny their chemistry. "He loves me, I love him. It's an understanding, a given. He still sees me every day in his dreams," she once said. Publicly, Carson remained mum. After her divorce from Sarah, Carol married rock photographer Barry Feinstein, known for his work with Bob Dylan and Steve McQueen. There was scandal from the start. Feinstein was still married to Mary Travers of Peter, Paul, and Mary when he met Carol. After their divorce, Carol and Barry married in 1969 and had a son, Alex, a year later, but the marriage unraveled by 1974. In 1975, she married television producer Burt Sugarman, creator of shows like Celebrity Sweepstakes. He cast her as a panelist on his programs, and for a while, things looked stable again. But Hollywood is rarely kind to women who age out of their ingenue years. As the 1980s dawned, The Tonight Show was shortened, and Carol's Matinee Lady role was cut. In 1980, she divorced Sugarman. Work dried up. She posed for Playboy in 1984, hoping for a career jolt. Behind the scenes, things were worse. Her teenage son introduced her to clove cigarettes, which spiraled into substance abuse. She was kicked out of restaurants for the smell. By 1984, she filed for bankruptcy, reporting zero income. Friends, including Richard Pryor, offered to help. Pryor even promised her a film role if she got clean. She never did. Ironically, 1984 also brought a glimmer of hope. Carol delivered a powerful performance in the indie film Heartbreakers. Roger Ebert praised her work, saying, Her performance is so good, so heartbreaking, if you will, that it pulls the whole movie together. It could have been her comeback. It wasn't. In January 1985, Carol flew to Manzanillo, Mexico, with Edward Durston, a car salesman and Hollywood hanger-on. Officially, the trip was to dry out, but hotel staff recalled them partying, drinking, and dancing. On January 10th, they missed their flight home. Broke and stressed, they moved from the upscale Las Hadas resort to the cheaper Playa de Santiago. Carol was furious about the downgrade. At 8:30 p.m., she refused to enter the hotel. When Durston came back down after checking in, she had vanished. Instead of calling police, Durston waited at the bar. Then he checked into another hotel. And the next day, he flew home to Los Angeles. Without her. He brought her luggage with him, telling airline staff she'd pick it up in the morning. 3 days later, a fisherman found Carol Wayne's fully clothed body floating in a shallow bay. She was 42. Mexican authorities ruled the death suspicious. She had no drugs or alcohol in her system. The waters were shallow. There were no cuts or bruises. Manzanillo's district attorney doubted she drowned by accident. Some pointed fingers at Durston. After all, this wasn't his first brush with tragedy. In 1969, he was also the last person to see Diane Linkletter alive before she died under similarly murky circumstances. But no charges were ever filed. Carol Wayne's death was ruled an accident. There's a bitter irony to how she died. On The Tonight Show, one running joke was, "With that chest, this lady will never drown." And during a cheeky exchange with Johnny Carson, he once told her, "Someday you'll be 47. Carol replied, "I hope so." She never made it. Johnny Carson retired her sketch character for nearly a year in tribute. Carol Wayne played the dumb blonde, but her life was anything but simple. From ice skating dreams shattered by a fall to showbiz stardom shadowed by heartbreak, addiction, and mystery, Carol's story was tragic, haunting, and unforgettable. Now it's time to hear from you. Did you ever see Carol Wayne on The Tonight Show? What do you think really happened to her in Mexico? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.